Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Cole. It's late Saturday night, August 12th. This is week 7 of Humanities 2333 Philosophy of Life for the summer of 2023 on the second 7-week schedule. Everybody, we're approaching the end of the term. We have 3 things for you remaining on the calendar, on the syllabus. Your second written assignment is due Monday the 14th, this coming Monday. It's a new assignment I've come up with for the summer 2023 term, and I'll be interested to see what you make of it. I hope you find it challenging and thought-provoking. After that, on Tuesday and Wednesday, the 15th and 16th, we'll have our final discussion, our 5th discussion out of 5. We've given you a reading to look at and some class notes about life decisions. So that's what we'll do for our last discussion. Remember, there's 5 25-point discussions, and we'll count the best 4 out of 5. So if you have missed a discussion, you want to be sure to get in on this one. Otherwise, you'll be leaving 25 points on the table, as they say. Then the final exam will be the 19th and 20th, just over a week away. Right at a week away. It's a Saturday and Sunday, 48 hours. Combination of 50 multiple choice and 2 false items again, based on the class notes, based largely on the class notes for units 9 through 16. You had 1 reading to look at from Scott Peck, excerpts from The Road Less Traveled. Other than that, it's largely on the class notes for units 9 through 16. So that's what we have for the remainder of the term. Looking at what we have on the syllabus for this week, everybody, we have Unit 15 on mortality, and Unit 16 to close out the course on worldviews and philosophies of life. Now, coming to the end of the course, we like to take up the topic of the end, or everyone's eventual death. One of the problematic aspects of human existence, of course. And we raise a few questions about mortality. Would it be better to be immortal? You might be surprised as to how much disagreement there is about that. What's the significance of the experiences people have reported as near-death experiences when they were on the very brink of death and managed to continue living in the face of a threat to their lives, medical in nature usually, near-death experiences? What would a good death consist of? Many people may be experiencing a death that's as good as can be, or others may not. Well, what would it mean to have a good death as opposed to a bad one? And one bone of contention among philosophers is death a harm to the deceased, even though the deceased is not around anymore to suffer the harm? A question that philosophers have kicked around. One possible solution to that dilemma would be to say that death is a harm in the sense of further opportunities foregone. One possible response. Now, on worldviews and philosophies of life, the main alternatives are theism and a naturalistic or materialistic worldview. We also discuss the topics of humanism and transcendentalism, which you can think of perhaps as ways to bridge the divide between theism and philosophical naturalism. Philosophies of life, this course is called Philosophy of Life. Strictly speaking, in the language of philosophy, philosophy of life means the issue of whether or not you ought to be a nihilist, or someone who thinks that there is no meaning or purpose to life. And you might ask, why would someone want to be a nihilist? Well, they might or might not want to be, but they might end up in that position if they thought that there were no credible alternatives to it. Now, the alternative would be some sort of purpose that gives your life meaning and gives you something to live for. And we consider a number of different ways to which to couch or to interpret or understand that sort of purpose. But if you weren't convinced that there was any such valid purpose, you might end up being a philosophical nihilist. All right, so that's the end of the material for the term. Everybody, keep in mind, I have been in touch with a few people about late work. The grade for the term is figured on the basis of 400 points. Remember, you have 5 100-point grades. Everyone must take the final. And you may drop 1 grade from the set of discussions, the midterm exam, or the 2 written assignments. Those 4, you must do at least 3 out of the 4. And you might want to do all of them to have the best chance of maybe dropping a lower grade. Then, of course, there are the extra credit quizzes and the attendance bonus that you can pick up if you take part in enough of the activities we've assigned during the term. Okay. Grades are due once the final exam period is over on the 19th and 20th. Grades must be turned in by noon on August 24th. So if there is any late work, please try to get it to me maybe before the 24th. The 22nd or 23rd will give me time to look at it and get grades turned in. I should probably turn in grades the night of the 23rd or the morning of the 24th. All right. We'll perhaps get one more message out to you that we'll call Week 7A just before the final exam. That may go out late Friday or early Saturday morning, the 18th or the 19th, before the exam begins on August 19th, extending into the 20th. So, we'll say our final goodbyes for this term later in the week, perhaps before the final exam. 3 things to do this week: the written assignment, discussion number 5, and the final exam. So good luck, study hard, take it easy, and we'll perhaps get one message off to you one more message before the final exam.